I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a
Yes.
preposterous idea?
You okay there, Edgeworth?
It's so
Allow me
ludicrous
to
I can't even...
untie your tongue.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Oh my. That was saucy.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Koku is here with Binks and Moon and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty though.
But the guitar! The bright red guitar was at the studio! I learned!
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
Phoenix white. Why white specifically?
He became the judge!
The judge's sort of mental type of thought process is just contagious, so everybody by the end of the thing is suffering it, including Edgeworth.
He was the last one to hold out.
Yes.
I resist.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. What? So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us onto his misguided.
How many
I'm gonna stop
interruptions
you
are
right there.
happening?
He's like, I don't want to hear your rude comments anymore. No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. Hey, that all rhymed.
No.
However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
If you're so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct?
I'll just kiss already.
We'll get to that part. Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright? I'm very interested in that.
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? Like a white guitar? Oh my god. Oh my god, did he really
Did you
say
see
it? He said a bright black guitar.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Phoenix, is that your real dad?
Oh my god, plot twist!
Ooh, that would be juicy.
That would
be
be
juicy.
Judge, you are the father!
What? No! I've been faithful to the bailiff this entire time.
Oh, when will we get Phoenix backstory?
When
I
will
know,
we?
right?
The only thing I know about him is that he had a heart sweater. That's all I know.
So, you intend to push a theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Bullshit.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder?
Picture would work, right? Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe? I think.
Yeah. I think it was one of those multiple options.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture.
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is...
That's a rude thing to say, Feeny, especially about your dad. Oh, wait, this is really bad to say because, especially in that one episode where I was like, he was gonna be his sugar daddy. Fuck, that's gross. Sorry.
Wow.
Never mind, retcon that.
Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
Don't fanboy now.
You wish.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself!
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out the costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
You okay there, Edgeworth?
It's so ludicrous.
Want me to
I can't
untie your tongue?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my. That was saucy.
That was smoothly executed.
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? Order! Order! I want to order McDonald's!
You know, you're following the train of thought of mine earlier.
Wendy's is better.
Wendy's is better. That's a fact. But the judge doesn't know any better. He's a simple man. It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? A bright black guitar.
Nice job, Phoenix. Little do they know
Well-
it was gray.
A mixture of both. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
Oh my fuck. You and Larry Butts! Holy Christ! So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Not that this was established before, or in another case, even.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Engarde. Why would something of the defendant be in the victim's room? Oh, wait a minute. And inside the guitar case of all places.
Oh my. That's true. It's a little baffling. Maybe I should refer to my gossip land rag. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. He's gonna make me cough. That is what this man is gonna do to me. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
Well, he's not the cough-up queen, though.
Yeah.
Ugh, I always hated that nickname for her.
It really sounds weird. Especially what I've been watching lately. It's like, is this like a commentary on her social exploits also?
Who knows?
She has so many boyfriends. I'm so jealous.
Mr. Engarde did not take his costume off during the break period.
Jealous that she had so many boyfriends, or jealous of those boyfriends?
Yes. But also, I was just thinking about the multiple boyfriends thing, and I just remembered that there's like an iPhone app or something like game that's like 1,000 waifus, and then there's also 1,000 husbandos. That's exactly what I imagine she has. None of those people actually exist. She just like claims that whoever she comes in contact with is one of them. So Phoenix is her like stupid lawyer boyfriend after the court case. And then the competent lawyer boyfriend is Edgeworth.
You know what? I'm okay with this.
I like it.
Mhm.
I said this.
Oh.
In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had planned to bring the spare to the ceremony.
But why? The victim, Mr. Corrida, was the German ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? Sounds a little tawdry. What could be the reason behind such a peculiar and sexy act?
Maybe it's because he had gossip land.
He's got his nose like in the paper as he's saying this. Oh my! Oh.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. So that's what he intended.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai's spare costume? I must know from my forum posts.
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer. And then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought this Nickel Samurai's spare costume to the hotel was... for sexy time.
Yes. What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once you're not making something up right.
God damn it, Edgeworth, please.
So rude.
He really is.
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. Engarde himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim? But he's dead!
Yes, Your Honor. It's just that pose too is perfect.
Yes.
The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold a press conference as the Nickel Samurai, despite being dead.
Yes. He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference. But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corrida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt Engarde.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
So? Isn't that splitting hairs?
Yes, it is.
Miss Andrews!
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews! Please offer us an explanation for this!
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
What?
And do you know what this secret of Mr. Engarde's is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect Mr. Engarde?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer.
Stop that.
Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him.
This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit.
If there are no objections, I feel that I can pass a verdict based on this testimony. Now then, Mr. Wright, if you please.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer.
Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own.
Ouch.
Ugh.
If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things.
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. You know what? I'll just become a lawyer. And if you think these three things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach that to us in school. At least, not from what I remember.
What school did you go to?
May I continue now?
University of Phoenix! Oh!
Oh, not an advertisement.
Matt had to kill Juan no matter what.
So would you say this need came from the press conference?
Yes. Do you know why Juan chose that event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt Engarde.
And you knew of this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes. Because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. Engarde himself didn't know anything about a press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is that this information was not in your testimony.
Yes, I agree. Miss Andrews, please correct your testimony, if you please. If you don't please, then don't.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
I did say I like straws.
I know what his motive was, but I don't have any way to prove I'm right.
Has Mr. Engarde done something to hurt or betray you personally?
Why do you ask?
You were the one who helped Mr. Corrida with his press conference. And that event was supposed to bring down Mr. Engarde, yet you still helped out.
The person on trial right now is Mr. Engarde, right? What the witness was thinking, helping the victim with his plan, is none of your concern. In any case, this means that the defendant had a motive to kill.
Why do I keep doing this to myself?
And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder.
But didn't you already testify earlier that Mr. Engarde was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Mr. Engarde?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrew has said. I can't say the same for some people here in this courtroom, however.
Dad!
Or Daddy, according to the other episode.
Yeah.
I keep regretting my stupid life choices.
The judge is glaring straight at Mia.
He's glaring at you, smart guy.
I really hope that all anybody can see is Pearl. Like, no weird Mia change. Because, like, imagine, like, a stern-faced Pearl standing next to Phoenix.
My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
I just thought of a horrible pun.
Oh?
It might not be decisive, but it might be denifive. It's the dumbest fucking joke my brain has ever come up with.
Wow.
Then, what about the button?
The button?
Oh god.
Phoenix, please.
your cookie.
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped a button from the Gammon Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct? The one that looks like an egg.
That button was found in the pleats of Matt Takama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Ugh.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright, by a very foxy lady.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I had to. It was irresistible.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Are you fucking Edgeworth? Like, what?
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
Oh my god, Phoenix is like burning all his bridges today. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a reference on accident.
Question mark?
You'll see.
Oh boy. That sounds terrifying. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony so we can get on with this.
That button was torn off Juan during his fight with Matt.
And how do you know that?
When the ends of the threads on the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly, or so I heard.
I've heard that before too. But why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such a fine detail?
Did she and Francis the fuck?
Don't look at me like that, just because I'm prepared and you are not.
Ugh, I thought I had her this time for sure.
Get wrecked, Beanie.
If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what?
But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
But what you really did was stab the guy in the back, didn't you? And at the worst possible time.
Who's to say she really stabbed the guy in the back, as you put it?
Well, I mean, technically it was in the chest, but you know what.
Mood.
Wow!
This witness could have disclosed things about Mr. Engarde at any time. Why, then, would she wait until there was a large audience before doing so? It's the same reason why Mr. Corrida planned such an elaborate conference. Miss Andrews wanted to cause Mr. Engarde as much damage as she possibly could. This witness bears ill will towards the defendant.
This isn't the Phoenix Wright who lacks philosophical power hour. And please, stop slandering the witness.
Is Phoenix gonna paint his nails and make a bath bomb?
As I expected, Miss Andrews' testimony seems pretty solid.
Really, because to me it sounded a little wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy? Well, I guess we'll see if I press a little more.
You should know this by now, but you'll need strong, decisive evidence to make her talk.
Got it, Chief. I'm going to pin you down this time, Miss Andrews. Not in a sexual way.
Don't remember this one.
I see kind of where you were going. I think you were on the right track.
Let me see. torn off.
What did the button one say again?
This was ripped from his costume. It's covered in Kurita's blood. Found in Engarde's Hakama. Huh.
Oh, maybe, oh, shoot. I see. It might be that, actually.
This one?
It might be. Because of the blood.
Yeah. Ah, no, it's not. The music's
No.
still going.
Darn.
There it
The
is.
witness's statement is clearly faulty. Okay. I think we're on the right track. I just can't remember either.
Maybe it is.
The little explosion animation is so cute. All Phoenix's hopes and dreams getting exploded.
Strangled with a scarf and stabbed.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
He would need to be behind him, I think, to do the strangling.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, music stopped.
Yay!
No, it was because of the blood. Yeah, I'll explain it.
Okay.
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
Alright, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which is why I thought I could present it, but okay.
Yeah, it should have worked too.
Which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Like that. Okay. That didn't work. I'm scared. Did it
Ugh!
work?
Don't run away! Where are you going? I don't think it's gone yet.
Does he make like some kind of horrible noise?
Yes, he does.
I had a feeling. Is this a boss battle? Uh-huh. Yeah, they're so gross. The hell?
I think I finally got rid of the Kamala. I'm the best. I should go back to Itward.
Mr. Midnight.
Itward, sir, we did it. The Kamala is gone.
It's gone, yes, but it's too late, dear. I can't take you home.
How convenient.
We're going down. In an earlier round.
No, please! Don't tell me this! It's not fair! It's not fair!
Well, hold on tight to your baby. I will always take care of you, my dear. Don't like that.